So what we're going to do today, again, is look at some of the things that we need to use to protect ourselves against leaks in high voltage systems, and how we can inspect these to make certain that whenever we're servicing electric vehicles or hybrid electric vehicles, that we're going to be safe to service the entire system. What you'll notice on the bench in front of you today is an insulated glove that is Class 0 rated, meaning that in normal use it is safe to up to 1,000 volts AC. This glove happened to be manufactured by Salisbury, and it was tested by Burlington Safety Labs in San Ramon, California. So we're going to look at a few things we need to address or inspect on these gloves before we start donning them or before we put them on and use them to service a hybrid electric vehicle. The first thing that you'll want to do whenever you pick up a insulated glove or an insulated glove is to check the certification date or the last inspection date. If you notice, this one says June 25th, 2010 on it. That is not a good test date. It is December of 2014. So the last time this glove was actually tested was June 25th, 2010. These gloves should be inspected by a certified safety lab at least once every 6 months. After you've taken a look at the inspection date on the glove and you've deemed whether or not it can be used in service or it needs to be sent out for inspection, the next thing you'll want to do is inspect the glove for punctures or holes or leaks, and even contamination. If these gloves have any trace of hydrocarbon contamination such as fuel, oil, grease, they should be discarded and not be used again. So what we're going to want to do first is a cuff test. We're going to take the cuff of the glove, we're going to roll it up, and we're going to pressurize the glove with the air that we've trapped between it and the cuff. We want to squeeze and look for cracks and fractures. If you notice on this area of the glove here, you can see some cuts. This glove is going to be used for demonstration purposes because it has a few gouges in it. This would represent a potential for a high voltage leak, which could injure an individual if they were wearing these gloves to service a high voltage system. So based on the physical inspection, the first thing we saw was that the glove is out of date for service and inspection. The next thing that we noticed is that there's a little bit of contamination on the glove, maybe some grease or some light oil. The last thing that we noticed was that during the cuff test, there were punctures. As you can see, the inner liner of the glove showing through the outer liner. So my recommendation, if you're going to buy a set of these gloves, a Class 0 glove, purchase them from a manufacturer or a provider that will make certain that whenever you receive the gloves, they have been very recently inspected. I'd like to thank the National Science Foundation, the Division of Undergraduate Education and Advanced Technological Education, for funding some of our adventures as a community college at Lewis and Clark Community College in Godfrey, Illinois. Without their support, it would be very difficult for educational institutions throughout the country to receive funding to purchase some of the requisite equipment for servicing the vehicles that you see here behind us. So we've got a Toyota Prius over here that was purchased by the college about 4 or 5 years ago. We've got a Ford Escape hybrid back here, and then further on in the background we have a late model Honda Civic hybrid for training purposes within our program at the college. If you have any questions about my channel or questions about automotive in general, please feel free to shoot me an email at cerey1984@gmail.com. Again, that is cerey1984@gmail.com. Thanks again.